So we're gonna go from something that we love
Something
to
only I love.
something we love to make fun of.
Yeah.
More drama in Dallas.
Okay, so one,
More drama in Dallas.
we got fined again for our practice being too physical. Well, it's just football. How are you too physical? Stupid. I hate the fine. I think it's dumb. Washington also got the same fine, and they miss more days next year of OTAs than we do. But they got the same fine because this is their second time getting fined too.
It's probably because it's like, really, how physical can Dallas be?
That's not at all what it is. I'm sure. Kate said this. Jerry Jones turned ourselves in and said that we were too physical to be like, look, we're good at the football. We are tough guys. Look at us being physical. Guaranteed, Jerry Jones did this on purpose, and it's just another way to make Mike McCarthy look bad. Because Jerry Jones hates Mike McCarthy, and he really wants Sean Payton, who's just chilling at home in Dallas, just waiting for us to like pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, we fired Mike McCarthy. Do you want to come coach the Cowboys?" And then he's gonna come coach the Cowboys, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Now,
of a Dallas Cowboys fan.
If I'm not mistaken, wouldn't Dallas have to send like draft compensation or something over like that over to New Orleans if Sean Payton came out of retirement?
We're waiting till next year.
I think I think there is a time frame.
I thought there was like a time frame that if like we did it next year, we wouldn't have to do any of that stuff. I don't want to hear what Sean has to say. Move along. Anyway, we're a mess as always. Getting fined. Talking about how we want other coaches, which is totally good for the culture of the team, Jerry Jones. Although I would definitely prefer Sean Payton over Mike McCarthy. You can't say that when God.
So Alex said he's technically under contract until 2024. So after that, he would be free.
So no, we'd have to go 2 more years with Mike. We'd have to go this year and next year with Mike. Mike McCarthy is the worst time management. He has no brain. He doesn't think for himself. Kellen Moore is terrible. I hate him.
Whoa.
I can't stand the coaching. I never can stand Cowboys coaching. No, ever since we played the Broncos.
I can't accept the Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore hates too much.
Because ever since we played the Broncos, Kellen Moore just fell back into his Jason Garrett play calling, and I hate it. It's the same predictable thing over and over and over and over and over again. I hate it.
But what? I hate to be that guy. What, isn't that more Mike McCarthy then? Because Mike McCarthy controls Kellen Moore.
I don't think Mike McCarthy controls anything. I just think he stands there and does nothing. I feel like he does. Smashes watermelons or whatever the heck he does. That's all he does. Can't stand him. I didn't like the hire when it first happened anyway.
I don't think many people did. I think a lot of Cowboy, not saying you're not a true fan or anything like that, but like the true, old boys of it are like, Mike McCarthy reminds me of the
catch.
The 70s back in the day type coaching, right?
Plus, he was the coach against Dez.
Dez caught it
on the catch.
Yes,
he caught it. Anyway,
Dez caught it.
Thank you. But Mike McCarthy wasn't even gonna freaking pull the flag until he asked the ref, "Hey, was that a catch?" And the ref went, and then he threw the flag.
That's true.
I hate it. See, he doesn't have a brain.
I think, if anything, because Jerry Jones, as we all know, with some of these owners, he's only got a few years left, and then he'll probably leave it to his son and stuff like that.
Don't even get me started on Stephen Jones.
If they're going to do this, I think one of the things they would do is they would have to either terminate the contract of Ezekiel Elliott, and they would have to trade Dak. Because
stop. Never.
Well, the reason for it is Dallas is a huge market. And if Sean Payton's going to come in after retirement and stuff like that, Sean's going to come in and want his own quarterback. And if we're talking 2024, maybe around there is when something like that would happen. There's a special kid with a special name that's going to be available in 2025. That is definitely going to put butts in seats in Dallas.
That's the only way I'll say bye to Dak.
And to be honest, what I've been reading too, I'm not saying that I'm the Arch Manning insider or anything like that. I'm just a guy who has loved the Mannings for a long time, and I want to see when the next kid plays. So I've been trying to keep a little bit more posted. he does, in my opinion, look like he is Manning 2026. Yeah, 2026. Yeah. But still around the same time. I still think what's going to happen is Arch is probably going to lean towards Texas because Texas is a school, big market, a lot of money, especially with the NIL program. Arch could probably get in there and get a lot of people on board with the whole Dallas thing. And if they can get Sean Payton in there, you can have Dak for another 2 years. You probably lose Zeke, though, and they're best friends. So once you start taking apart that partnership, the inevitable starts coming. And if Dallas could get a lot of trade bait or at least get something in order to get a first round pick.
Because they'll go to in the offseason, they'll be like, yeah, we don't want Zeke anymore. Anybody can have him. Anybody can have him. The same thing they did with Amari, where it's like, oh yeah, we don't want Amari. Anybody can have him for a
It's the problem with the contract though. Like a lot of those contracts from like the 2017, 2018 days have a lot of those weird clauses and stuff like that, where like a lot of these teams can't just release them without having dead caps hits for like 5 years. Almost like a miniature Bobby Bellina type thing in these contracts where it's like, okay, you can release him, but you're going to pay him for at least 5 or 6 years. And
Bobby Bellina is for people that don't know, is a baseball player that hasn't played in like 15, 20 years and is still being paid.
Still till 20, if I'm not mistaken, Alex is probably out there. He'll probably tell me the right year. If I'm not mistaken, it's either 2027 or 2032. Because
I have seen that because anytime somebody posts like what's the worst contract in
Bobby
the history of sports, it's always his name that's on there. I'm like, I don't know who that is, but
Rick DiPietro.
They really messed up there. But can you imagine how mad everybody in the NFL is going to be if the Cowboys get a Manning? Oh my God, they're going to hate us even more. I love it.
Oh, it would be everything. It would be Jerry Jones knowing that whether in the still little bit of life that he would have, and I say that respectively, I think we all just know that he's getting there, that he would either be able to see an Arch Manning grow and possibly win a championship for the Cowboys, right? Or at least leave his son to have the next great Manning legacy.
He gives you so much publicity too. Like
1,000.
That's a good story to have. And that's what Jerry Jones cares about.
And that's the reason why I've been watching just a little bit more on the whole Arch thing. I just want to see where he goes. That's why he wanted Johnny
Football, because it was like, this is big, exciting. We'll come here and everyone will be all
spend a bunch of money,
riled up about it. Thank God we didn't get him. But
I still say Arch Manning to the Bucs 2026. It's just me.
A guy can dream.
I say everybody. I think it's like I'll give up whoever I have for that.
It's gonna be some random, and I know we kind of got off topic. I'm sorry. It's gonna be some random team that we're not even thinking about that's already really, really good right now. That something's gonna happen in a year or two where they're just gonna fall off the edge and they're gonna be in the running for Arch Manning in 2026, like the Ravens,
the Bengals or something.
The Steelers.
The Steelers. All of a sudden, Kenny Pickett is not the answer.
Yeah.
No, it would be something like one of those, like a Tennessee, like never won a champion, or Minnesota. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to see Arch go to Minnesota.
No, I don't want that.
I just want to see the Bills and Minnesota win a Super Bowl in my lifetime now, just so like Canada can finally say that all of our teams won.
I grew up a Minnesota fan. I just don't care if they win one.
I will suck 4 or 5 more years. I think everybody's kind of on the same thing. That's like, and Alex would also agree about like hockey and stuff like that. It's like, I know our Red Wings are coming up, but like, I'll suck for another year just to make sure Connor Bedard is on our team. Like, thank you.
Yeah. When you know you have like
LeBron
1 in a million talent coming up. Yeah.
Once those guys exist, like you see teams just being like, listen, take a knee.
Yeah. We're going to trot out Nate Sudfeld, even though we got Jalen Hurts here.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. No integrity.
I mean,
which makes sense because it's the Eagles.
Well, the Bucs did it too, and I agree with Alex there. Tank for 1 more year. I'll watch all the Red Wing games next year. I will. Just please suck.
Please don't do good.
No, please suck. Just keep all the rookies in the minors. Don't even bring anybody up. Just like, I'll play for you next year, man. I'll play goalie. Like, I'll help. But Yeah, no, the Buccaneers did that back when we had Dirk Cutter right before the whole Jameis Winston thing. Is they wanted to make sure that they had Jameis Winston. Mm-hmm. So the last game of the season, I think if we would have won, we would have gotten the second overall pick, and we would have ended up with Mariota, which I was more okay with anyway. But by the third quarter, like Levante David and everybody starts, not being on the field, and it's like,
I see what we're doing here.
They all got cramps.
Yeah, we all got cramps. Everybody's injured, right? Like, who the hell is number 31 on our team? What the heck?
I had some tight muscles.
That's a 190-pound dude sitting on my defensive line. What is happening?
Yeah. Oh, man.
But the drama in Dallas never lets us down. Always gives us something to talk about, so we appreciate Dallas for that.
Oh, and then, no. We had more stuff that Jerry Jones just says stuff, I think, just to get people talking. It's just so annoying.
He's a businessman.
He just annoying. Wants
people to talk about the
Cowboys. Not put him in the media anymore. Even though that's his favorite place to be.
That's what happens when you're the Yankees of football, though,
Well, I like the Yankees too, so that's rude.
I mean that though, like it's like the Maple Leafs. Like I said in the group chat before, it's like the Maple Leafs, and in basketball, I guess it'd be the Lakers and stuff. Once you're on that team, you're kind of open to all stuff like that, like everything.
That's what everyone always is like: Lakers, Yankees, Cowboys fans. If you're all three of those, like, oof. I'm like, well, I'm not a Lakers fan, so don't put me in that category.
You can add Leafs into there too for all those hockey guys. 1,000%.
I know you guys always say I should be a Leafs fan, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I feel offended.
No, if you and Sid are getting into hockey, I need both of you to be Coyote fans, like 1,000%. Go to Coyote games.
I just cheer for I always want the Golden Knights to do good because I lived in Vegas for a while. I lived in Vegas when they first became a thing.
My fiance is a Golden Knights fan too. She's been from day one. Sid, do not be a Penguins fan. You will lose our friendship very quickly.
They stink.
They have the goat with the same name as me.
That's true.
There's a
Sidney Crosby.
That's true.
He's the guy
with a Y or an I.
He spells with an I.
Well, he doesn't count then.
No, Crosby was the last generation's Gretzky, and like I don't personally like him. That's just me, but he is really, really good, and I will never discredit him for that. He is a very good player.
Why do you guys not like the Penguins so much?
I'm a Red Wing fan. So when I was in high school, we went back-to-back Stanley Cups, and we won the first one, but they won the second one in Game 7. And yeah,
I don't know anything about especially the history of hockey or who doesn't like who. I don't know.
I know Sidney Crosby.
I always want the nice one. I couldn't tell you one player on that team. Not one.
I am getting a hockey show. I just got signed on with 1252 Sports to do a hockey show here in the next couple of weeks. So if you're ever looking to hear a little bit about any teams and stuff like that, you can go check them out. We don't have a name or anything yet. We're just getting all the promotions and stuff like that ready. So
very nice.
Check out 1252 Chicago Sports.
As you guys know, Andrew is all things sports. Pretty much covers everything. It's and something that we haven't hit yet, we're gonna hit right now, is sports betting, because that's another thing that we enjoy. And Andrew is also a big proponent in.
Thanks for watching. If you liked that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.